Valmiki, Pareshwar, and Randeep, Ronit Roy, start their career as clerks in the company of Aditya Jindal, Sachin Khedkar. Randeep, who marries Jindal's daughter Yashoda Manisha Koirala, becomes wealthy while Valmiki remains poor. On the day of the birth of both their children, Randeep's son appears to be dead. When nurse Sulochana informs Valmiki about this, he pities Randeep and Yashu and offers to exchange his baby with the dead one. He says everything he has in life is due to the Jindal family and is happy to make this sacrifice. After switching them, however, the apparently dead child begins to cry. Sulochana tries to switch them back, but Valmiki, sensing an opportunity that his son would have a better life growing up in a rich family, prevents her from switching, pushing her accidentally off a ledge. Valmiki was angry at Randeep marrying into the Jindal family and going from a measly employee to a co-owner in an instant, while Valmiki stayed poor. Sulochana goes into a coma, while Valmiki gets a leg cramp that makes him limp permanently. The two boys grow up in different ways. Raj, Ankaravi, raised at Jindal's house, is timid, innocent, and soft-spoken, while Bantu, Karthik Aaryan, who is raised at Valmiki's house, is smart, truthful, outspoken, and hardworking. Valmiki, who favors Raj, who is Valmiki's own son, treats Bantu with disgust due to his true parentage. Raj scores 9 100ths in maths, but Valmiki makes it 97 100ths before showing the report to Yashu. Bantu scores 98 100ths and Valmiki yells at him for losing 2 marks. Nisha, Debatama Saha, is Bantu's sister. With time, Bantu's mother passes away. After his MBA was denied by Valmiki, Bantu heads to an interview for a job at a law firm headed by a young woman named Samara, Kriti Sonon. Samara initially rejects him for the job. Bantu is from Government Law College in Amritsar, while all other applicants are from Harvard or Cambridge, but is later impressed by his knowledge and quick-wittiness. Samara asks Bantu to prove himself by getting alimony for the wife in a divorce case. Instead, Bantu figures out their issues and gets them to reconcile instead. He makes the husband realize that his wife wants to work and be independent, while the wife only wants to start a family, and hires him. Bantu starts to develop romantic feelings for Samara. Meanwhile, Raj returns from abroad, having finally completing his MBA after multiple failed attempts. He has completed a 4 years course in 7 years. Jindal sends Raj to reject Sarang, Sunny Hinduja, a wealthy, powerful and influential man who offers to buy 50% of their company's shares. Sarang had a business of exporting toys and used Jindal's cargo planes for the same. One day, during a raid, it is exposed that Sarang was doing drugs trade stuffed in his toys. Jindal stopped the business and now Sarang is sending his brother to restart the agreement. Randeep watches the deal from a restaurant where Samara has a meeting with Kakar, who attempts to bribe her to move a case in his brother's favor. Samara had evidence that Kakar's brother had assaulted a woman. When Samara refuses and he keeps on insisting, Bantu interferes and supports Samara in the matter. Randeep is disappointed by Raj's hesitance and inability to say no to Sarang's brother Vikrant, but is proud of Bantu and Samara for saying no to Kakar. Following this, Raj is engaged with Samara on Jindal's suggestion, but Samara has fallen in love with Bantu. Meanwhile, Valmiki knows that Randeep has kept Sulochana alive on respirator and pays for her medical bills, as she delivered his baby. When Samara reveals her feelings for Bantu, he convinces her to ask Randeep to call off her marriage with Raj. Sarang attempts to kill Randeep, by stabbing Randeep in the chest with an umbrella, for refusing to sell the shares moments before Samara and Bantu arrive to call off the marriage. Bantu saves Randeep by taking him to the hospital despite several attempts by Sarang's men to stop them. They block the building's elevator, lock all the emergency exit doors to the staircase. Bantu takes Randeep down in the window cleaning lift outside the building. There he meets Sulochana, who had seen Bantu bring Randeep into the hospital and finds that he is Valmiki's son, who comes out of her coma and reveals Bantu's true parentage. Sulochana wants to reveal the truth to Randeep, but dies shortly thereafter. The furious Bantu slaps Valmiki, telling him that he learned the secret about his birth. Bantu then manages to enter Randeep's house, when the doctor recommends that Randeep needs positivity around him, and asks for the man who brought him to the hospital. Turns out Bantu had threatened the doctor's kid to say this in front of the family. Jindal is fond of Bantu for saving Randeep. Jindal offers Bantu a salary of 50,000 rupees PM. Bantu begins to address the issues plaguing the house by patching up Randeep's broken relationship with Yashu, which was fragile, as Randeep had an affair once with a woman 7 years ago, settling the dispute with Sarang, and reforming the corrupt family members Kailash, Ashwin Mushran, and Arun, Ali Oscar, who are sons of Jindal. Kailash had increased the hospital bill from 1 rupee and 20 paise lakhs to 10 lakhs by giving 5% commission to the billing person and keeping the rest for himself. Bantu had seen this. Bantu exposes them to Jindal, who takes away all financial powers away from them. Bantu wants to help bury the hatchet with Sarang and takes Jindal to meet his brother Vikrant. But Vikrant's men attack Jindal, so Bantu cleans them up. On their way out, they run into Sarang as well, and it is clear that Sarang is in no mood for peace. Bantu and Samara also tell the truth to Raj about their relationship, and Raj calls of his marriage with Samara, also making his parents realize that he is an adult and should be allowed to take his own decisions regarding his life and career. At a party thrown at their house, Sarang uses the situation to his advantage by kidnapping and threatening to kill Yashu unless Randeep gives away shares worth 500 crore to him, in addition to letting Sarang use Jindal cargo planes for smuggling drugs. Bantu thrashes Sarang. He gets Sarang to kill his own brother Vikrant, with the umbrella, and his goons, and saves Yashu. Bantu and Valmiki arrive at Jindal's house, where Jindal slaps Valmiki and reveals that he overheard the conversation between Sulochana and Bantu right before her death. This is why Jindal got Bantu home. Bantu unites with his biological father, Randeep, but asks him not to reveal the truth to Yashu, fearing she might be disheartened to know that Raj is not her real child. Unaware of this, Yasu remarks that Bantu is equal to Raj as he saved her in the family, thereby giving Bantu 50% of its shares. Yashu then asks Valmiki to train Raj for 5 years to be as competent as Bantu and become the CEO of the company. Bantu also forgives Valmiki and mends his relationship with him.